Value of more than 5 trillion pesos, it is the largest spending plan the country has ever seen. The Duterte administration says it will be used to sustain the Philippines' COVID-19 response. Say it's a reflection of the government's skewed priorities. The Anti-Insurgency Task Force got a 75% budget hike, and funds for infrastructure projects remain hefty. On the other hand, multiple public hospitals nationwide suffered budget cuts. Benefits for health workers were left out. And agencies like the Labor Department have been scrambling for aid to give to displaced workers. Joining us now to talk more about this is Budget Undersecretary Rolando Toledo. I'd like to start out by asking you about the 2022 budget. Like, what were the priorities when the government set out to create the 2022 budget, and how will it help the country accelerate the recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic?
So the 2022 proposed national budgets, which is the last cash-based budget under the Duterte administration, was crafted to sustain the country's COVID-19 response efforts, while also ensuring the economy's gradual transition to full recovery. And to achieve this, the proposed budget will fund key programs aimed at strengthening the three main pillars of the government's pandemic battle strategy, which include: one is the building resilience amidst the pandemic. Number two is sustaining the momentum towards recovery. And number three, the continuing the legacy of infrastructure development. So under the building resilience amidst the pandemic, those basically are provisions for example, COVID-19 Gen Expert strategies, and then the personal protective equipment. And also under that, the research and development, which basically establishing the Virology Science and Technology Institute of the Philippines, and also providing budget for Philippine Genomic Information and Resource Hub. And of course, the continuing provision for our regular health programs under the Department of Health. Now, as far as the sustaining the momentum to recovery, momentum towards recovery, we have also programmed for food security, education, special protection, industry, and livelihood.
There are also criticism that, for example, they're saying that how come the budget for the RITM and the PGH were actually not increased? And there's also this concern that there's no allocation for the special risk allowance of health workers.
You know, April, when we prepared this budget in 20 April, this year in April, and even up to May, and up to when we submit the budget, those programs, projects, activities that you have mentioned were not considered, because at those times we're not looking at the ongoing pandemic will still continue up to the next year. That's why. And also that there has a special law for that specific programs that allow us to provide in the 2021 budget.
So is there still a chance that they will have a bigger budget?